can't ask you what your neighbors are, but I kind of know what they are.
Boom.
Oh man, yeah.
I kind of know just because I handle that territory.
It's not as prevalent as what it seems like in other areas, but it's still a building community, so it's only a matter of time, you know.
So what y'all saying? What y'all trying to say?
Nope.
We were changing over now. What did I do? Did I do something wrong?
Killed us.
Good job.
I ain't do nothing, did I?
All you.
That was Mike. That wasn't me.
You said it's
Boom.
You said it's a YouTube page. I don't see no YouTube page.
On the Scalpers Sports Report.
On YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is a dope song. But that Barry White would have been right.
Look, dog.
I'm just saying, we just came in on a different vibe.
The Barry White happened 2 hours after I selected the music. This has been chosen since 6 o'clock.
Yeah.
Big pun.
Hit him with a charade.
Scalpers. What's up, baby?
We back. We had a quick little break. You know, it's the summer, man. You got to break it up a little bit.
Yep.
And then, live life. I ain't do nothing major. I went and got a haircut last Wednesday instead. That was pretty much all I did.
I was at work.
He was at work. Yeah, he been working his ass off. Sharad been working his ass off, taking care of the family, getting a new home situated.
Been in trial. Big win this week.
What?
ElvisDefense.com. Y'all know what it is.
Damn.
Yeah,
that's
man.
what's talking.
You getting OJ his parole?
Hey, that's coming up tomorrow, man. I'm so excited about OJ getting out.
Did it?
And
What?
y'all heard it here first. OJ and LeVar Ball reality show is going to be amazing.
I'm not going to act like I'm not watching
No.
I'm
Just imagine.
They talking about
Just imagine
OJ might have hurt himself for some other stuff and him, getting down with himself.
Handling his man.
Right.
He did.
He said his parole might be revoked.
Because he jerked off?
Yeah, it might be denied just due to a little, he was out there fapping.
Yeah, the fat one.
Fat.
That's a lie.
You think?
For them not to give it to him.
I don't know. I just want OJ to get out,
see.
man.
I mean, you're gonna see fake stuff.
One thing I hate is when
circulating.
people do time for something else. You know what I mean?
True.
Like, we know he ain't go away for all that time for ag rob over some memorabilia.
Well, that
over
too.
his own
Did I
stuff.
say that word right?
Memorabilia. Yeah,
That's a hard word.
You slowed it up. I appreciate you.
Memorabilia.
Yeah, memorabilia.
They got him for that killing.
They did.
And I mean, Judge didn't even hide that fact. I don't think so.
Yeah, because she gave him 33 years.
Yeah. I mean, so
33 years.
let free OJ, man. Shout out to Lala Anthony. I just love what she's doing right now. Just as a entertainer and just as a person.
Lala look right.
And,
As a mom?
Yeah.
You had to take it to the human part of it.
I like her as a person.
I'm objectifying her right now.
You had to take it to the human.
I could like her as a person.
Hey. I'm about check us out. We about to post this full Scalpers YouTube Scalpers link so you can stream live and see all these beautiful faces.
Man, hell yeah. Handsomeness. Get the hell out of here. What you think this is? This is called the Ebony Man Hour. It is.
That's what I'm talking about, man.
I ain't got to agree.
Shout out to finally getting the live link going on. We've been doing this for how long?
Boy, I tell you something.
Long time.
I tell you something, though.
We moving on up, baby.
I tell you this. It's one thing that's a major difference. It's all about the people you deal with.
Straight up.
For real.
Let's leave it at that.
Let's leave it at that. So, we here in the wonderful MC Studios right here in Dallas, Regal Road, right off I-35. And some of the people heard the joke, then I'm going to just go back into it since we on, and some of the people didn't. So apparently there's another studio across the hall that does, some independent work, I want to say like styling and whatnot. And they had Secret Garden playing, and it's still stuck in my head. So that's why I wanted to address it. As Sherrod mentioned, it sounded like some black porn was going on over there. And not new black porn, but old black porn with like afro sideburns and just joints.
Right.
Like just rolled joints everywhere. Like weed with the seeds in it. Like it was real. There was no refinedness to this whole experience. Yeah, absolutely. Just bush everywhere. Not George.
I thought it. I just didn't say it.
Not George W. either. It just bush.
Just stop. Just.
So I figured
seeds and everything.
Stem seeds and everything, huh? Yeah. I can't even smoke with you no more.
Right.
I think it was fun to share that with the rest of the world because that's fucking hilarious. So nonetheless, yeah, we're gonna get into some real topics of the sports world, and it's light from a sports perspective aside from baseball, golf is in full swing. I always say golf and I always say the term full swing, and it's like that's the stupidest
pun,
most cliche thing to say right after that.
But I mean, they are the Open Championship. What used to be called the British Open, it is the Open Championship.
They just call it the Open Championship now?
Yeah.
Why did they change it?
It's been like that for a few
Probably
years now,
copyright.
because I know I'm
word.
confused.
Yeah. Well, that's word. Yeah. So the Open Championship is going on. WNBA basketball is in full swing too. Major League Soccer.
The Royal Birkdale. That is
what?
The Open Championship is at Royal Birkdale. You know how every year they
switch. Yeah, they switched to a major course.
Did y'all ever play like PGA golf on Wii or something like that?
I'm sure he did.
So you've played all these courses, right?
Talking about the last Tiger Woods game that I got and the Rory McIlroy version.
Oh, they got Roy now?
Yeah, he took over after Tiger Woods.
How many courses they got on that thing?
They got the majors. They got a bunch of the.
It's a dope game, man.
Oh yeah, golf video games are
that's
amazing.
The last video game that I
like
obsessed over.
Golf video games actually help fill the void of NCAA football.
I thought he was going deeper.
No.
I feel you.
No, that helped in my video game.
Father? No. You're talking about sports.
No, yeah, it helped fill that golf video game.
So you're right.
There you go. You can just play them and just do what you do.
Well, that's the beauty.
Yeah, I can't. I'm lost. I'm done.
Oh, we hit you with it all shows.
You're right.
I'm about to get water.
This is the Show You Right episode.
All here, Show You Right. I don't know what's going on.
Jeez. Oh, this Show You Right episode of Scalpers Sports Report.
Is that like the What's Going Down episode?
That's my mama.
If you think I'm gonna be good to you, I don't really know how that next part goes because I mumble it all the time in the car. Every time I'm saying that song,
I'm gonna figure it out.
We're gonna get the lyrics up too.
Yeah,
that's why they got the Googles.
That is why the Googleizers.
Please don't shut us down, YouTube.
Don't worry about it. You know what? Because we could sing it, we could tell the lyric. We can't just play the full song.
Version, but if we sit there and sing it,
we can sing the whole song and we'd be good.
See, and that's the other reason why we haven't necessarily been like on YouTube, because we were on Vimeo all them other times, and nobody really goes to Vimeo unless you ask them. So
once again, dog, bring it back. Bring it back.
You know what I'm saying? You have to literally ask people to go to Vimeo in order for them to go to Vimeo. Yeah. So, nonetheless. The cool part is, we know a lot more when it comes to music and the clarity between it all. Mm-hmm. Like that's the beauty of where we are and where we're going. But golf is one thing I was gonna say. My man Adam Macon, he out there.
What up, Adam?
Yeah, he out there in Georgia. There's no pun with that. His last name just happened to be Macon, and he lives in Georgia. But he's a big golf fan. Played the sport growing up. Him and his brother, his dad got him playing and the whole nine. But he was a big advocate of the Tiger Woods golf. I used to see him playing, and he's like, "Hey man, what you got to do? Before you actually swing, you got to get the rotation right and this and that." And I'm looking at
deep into it.
He was deep as hell into it. I was like, "Dog."
We ran a whole a 5-man run on Xbox Live one night. Me and my crew, and between the it talk in the background and you messing up, hitting the ball 200 yards to the left. Oh, it was lit.
Yeah, man. It goes down. But see, a lot of people, and I'm still surprised by this. There's so many folks that still underestimate golf, just from a sporting perspective, and that's still weird to me. I respect golf a lot more than I ever did, partially just because of age, and you just look at it a lot more and what type of skill comes with it. But the other part is just like, in order to get ranked high, you got to be fully dedicated to it. You could be talented as a golfer, and that's fine. You can gamble on a golf course, win a little money that way. But if you go do it, man, you got to be damn good.
Right.
Even thinking about the Open at Royal Birkdale golf course. I mean, hell, the purse for that is $10 million. $10 million plus. 10 and a quarter.
You win that British Open or the Open Championship.
Yeah.
It's a different game than what you play over here because of the way the courses are set up, the time that you play. If you tee off in the morning, the course can be totally different if you tee off later in the afternoon because it's links golf. So it's like the way the course is set up, weather plays into it, so all of that, if you win that championship, you have done something. I mean, you win any championship, you've done something. But
True.
The winning the British Open, because you have to, you don't see people hit driver as much, or it's things of that nature.
Man, you got caught. Nah, it starts on the 20th. What's today?
Tomorrow.
Yeah, so and I know it always kicks off, or the first tee time is on Thursday. Man, you got cats teeing off at 12 a.m.
Our time.
Yeah. Which is what is that, an 8-hour difference then?
Couldn't tell you.
I would say
it's about
a 6-hour difference. I think it's like a 6-hour difference from the East Coast.
They wouldn't have them teeing off at 6 a.m. though.
7 a.m. probably at the earliest.
7, yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Not for a major.
Nah, but that's what I'm saying. Like I think it'd be 6-hour difference. You said why not?
Why not?
Fans.
Oh, they gonna be there.
They'll be there anyway. They'll be there at 5, 6 in the morning.
Like I say, because of the time difference is like I was just sitting there looking at that on my end. What the tee times are. Tee times are early.
Yeah, and they go. Yeah, they definitely going for quite a while. Of course, they have. Man, it's like a full day's worth of tee time, and a lot. And it's always a lot of contestants. The top of the, it's the top of the crop. Have you cream of the crop? Have you want to look at it? And I'm gonna keep my eye open, man. I can't say I have like a favorite because golf has been pretty widespread as far as like the winners and the competition and whatnot.
See Sherrod Edwards on the tee time list.
Yeah, man, I miss my calling, man.
I don't see him on here.
Man, I don't know.
I'm waiting for my special exemption, man.
Hey, bro,
I need a sponsorship, man. I want Big Baller Brand.
Big Baller Brand Golf.
Big Baller Brand Golf. Oh shit.
You gonna rock this O2 on the golf course?
Show you right.
There it is.
I think they look more like golf shoes.
No.
Don't all shoe. This is the thing, and y'all are shoe guys. Like,
right.
To the non-shoe guy, anytime I see a shoe, I be like, "That's what everybody excited about."
I can see that.
Especially when they not Nikes. You know what I mean? Because at least with Nikes, you just looking for the swoosh. Okay, do the swoosh look placed correctly? And that's it. Everything else, I'm like, okay, that's the hot knee streets.
I can't lie.
So I'm not knocking Big Baller Brand because it looked like moon boots or some other kind of shoe.
They just look like Kobe's. I mean, they look like Kobe. They look like knockoffs. I mean, we grew up.
They don't.
They look like a knockoff Kobe to me. To me, the soul of it for sure.
Maybe the Kobe 3s or something.
Yeah, like an older one. Yeah, like one of the first ones he had.
Variations of shoe design can you really have, right?
You'd be surprised.
But I guess what I'm trying to say is 2 years from now, will we look at what's supposed to be the hot new shoe and then look back 15 years ago and say, well, yeah, that's the same exact design that the Ewings were or whatever, And I know they've scaled them down because they're not high top, they're more.
Well, you said some Ewings. You talking about wearing 30-pound cinder blocks on your feet?
I'm talking design.
I know. I'm just talking.
Design.
Had to figure out a way to get shit on.
But see, you know what? Yeah,
I had them, but
he had to do it. He had to figure out a way.
This is sweet though.
I still want a pair. I want the black and whites, and I want the white with the blue and orange.
No Ewing, dog.
I do. I'm not gonna lie. I want the Ewings. I want the throwback jersey. I want the hat.
Trying to build your calf muscles up, gonna work out in them.
Yes.
Like you got calf, like you got ankle weights on.
I'm only wearing them in the fall.
Get you some Olajuwons.
Oh, the Spaldings? No. When they came out, what was funny was
some Matumbos.
What's funny about the Olajuwons is like cats tried to pull it. Like they tried
because he was nice.
But
because he was nice as hell.
If you really think about gym shoes from back when we were coming up, big men shoes didn't really do well.
No,
because
Shaq's
you didn't want to be. You didn't want to really rock Shaq's. Shaq is a big center, and
they were bulky.
Yeah, Ewings were. I mean, Ewings were hitting the hood because they were something different than Nikes and Adidas.
Yes,
that's a fact. Plus, Carolina was kind of hood. The Georgetown Connect.
Yep,
kinda
Georgetown,
but
New
the
York.
Matumbos didn't really hit.
No, they didn't.
Morning wore very different
Well,
Nikes.
and even with
but think about the David Robinsons with the Nike Pump. Those were horrendous. We look at them now like, okay, they throwback. Billy Ho wore them and White Man Can't Jump.
Billy Ho did wear those.
They was like double high tops. They came up to like
they were super high tops,
right up under your calf muscle.
But on the big fella, it doesn't really.
Yeah, so it doesn't look that bad. You think about all the shoes. You wanted to wear shoes that were by guards because they're quicker, lighter. You just got that feeling of that's what it is.
Right. Yeah. No. All that's a fact. I think I like the part about with big man shoes too. They started to get more creative in the designs. And I would say even with the other David Robinsons that kind of had, like Chris Webber had a pair that he wore too. His was like black and like this blue, like the midnight blue.
That's Nike figured it. Nike figured it out first. Like you don't have to have these big super high tops.
No, you
can
don't.
get a 3/4 or a mid-limb shoe
and still support the ankle and
you
all
put an
that.
air bubble in it, and it's wow, okay, now you got some technology in the shoe, some bounce. They're a little bit lighter.
They always change the game,
and they kind of fly.
and what they continue to. What I like about Nike always is that they continue to move until let's get lighter for the sake of the player, and still be fly, still have like color and this and that. Whether it be like the Andre Agassi's. Very colorful.
Those were fly.
They always were fly. Even when they did like
they were that all white with the black like top sole on them.
Well, see, you got that plus they came out with because they did the neon color versions. Like they had the neon pink and they had like neon green / yellow.
Yeah.
Then they did another pair where the design was cold, but it was simple and just white and black.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Then they had another.
It's like a triangle pattern on the top.
Yeah, it was a triangle
pattern. The
pattern.
laces and stuff, that little part right there.
And then they had another pair. I don't think they were Agassi's, but they were a tennis joint, and they were part of the Air Max family, like the Air Max 2 family. So they were mid cut. They had a cold design, the cold colors, had the aerosol, air bubble in the whole nine. Like they just kept pushing it and pushing it and pushing it, and then you can hoop in them. I remember seeing a lot of cats play ball in those. So
we from Detroit, so we hooping anything. We hooping Tim.
We hoop. Shoot.
Dress shoes.
Which is terrible.
Gators.
We all done that.
Whatever.
Shoes and
it don't matter if you see the ball. Hey, let me get that.
First and foremost, that's how it starts.
Let me get that.
You just want a couple shots. Yeah, now you out there 3 hours.
Right.
I'm just trying to get a couple shots right quick.
I can't get my change. I can't get my change.
I can't get my change. Nigga, get my change in front of my mom and
21.
Right.
Yeah, you got to get a game.
Right.
One game.
It don't matter. It could be on a crate, a garbage can, dog. Like
rim with no net.
You over your auntie house, y'all hooping on the laundry basket. It's going down.
Real game though.
It's going down. Oh no. I'm in here sweating. Church pants, church shoes. No, matter of fact, if I'm playing it, I remember playing like over a cousin's house. I'm out there, undershirt. I done took my dress shirt off, church pants. What
really?
commercial? Is this an ad?
Well, we trying to get the revenue up on Scalpers Sports Report, boy. You know what I'm saying? So we can buy some of them songs so we can sing the whole show. Show you right.
I ain't spending my portion on that.
Found a way to hit the show you right again. So ultimately, make a long story short, man, we'll find a way to. I still do it right now to this day. Don't be in front of me as a trash can
I'm
right
retired,
there.
baby.
Oh no! If it's a trash can,
you're
gonna shoot that thing and leave your hand up.
You got to, because that's the only way you know it was a good shot.
You get your straw, you take the paper from the straw, you gonna sit there.
Word.
Hold it
Word.
up. Like,
I need all that.
Yeah.
I need all that from across the room, right quick. I don't care who right there.
Dunk on.
Somebody go get this J. Somebody go get this jumper.
Y'all, I know y'all did this. Walking through the hallway, somebody in the doorway.
You just go bang on them.
I've been thinking about doing that to random people. I'm like, this is so not cool, but I might do it anyway.
Like I walk through doorways often and just sit there and just I just smack off, just smack off because you ain't trying to yoke on nobody. But you just gotta, and I know people be looking at me like, what the?
What you ever noticed though? I've seen Hispanic guys do the same thing, but it's like they kicking a soccer ball. It's the funniest shit ever. You seen that in the office or something?
Okay, I got
Pele.
I got
Ronaldo.
I got one for you. I know
dribbled on me. I know
you done did this. You sit there like you walking towards somebody and y'all ain't really figured out which way you gonna go.
And you
so
spin off on?
Spin off, or you sit there, throw that bitch behind your back.
You go one way across the other.
Yeah, like you got a
behind the
football
back.
like,
And then you always finish it with a lane when you go behind them. Like,
You're right.
God is
And they looking at you like,
God
what
his
the
ass.
hell was that? Like,
fuck out of here, bum.
I'm nice with it.
Fuck out of here, bum. You can't check me. Like, no, I'm going to the restroom.
Right. I don't even know you.
What's wrong with him?
I'm here for an interview, G. Like, I'm sorry. Shouldn't have been in my way there.
That's what we do. I mean, it is what it is.
Hey, we was just telling Angie that's how we grew up.
Right.
Like,
It is how
you
we
know,
grew up.
hooping is just in our blood.
Or you walking and you just sitting there faking like you dribbling. Like,
our blood.
it's just, you got the hoop seed in your hand.
Nobody's there, dog.
Right. You just,
Show you right.
The funny part, those moves that you look so sweet, you get a rock in your hand.
And
You
it
like,
ain't
oh.
You
Hold up.
I gotta get, hold on, let me
It's been a minute. It's been a minute.
I think
The dude that dribbled between his legs the whole time he sit on the bench, he can't do nothing.
Wait, hold up, though. Wait a minute. Get the ball from us in the street. The
Man.
ball in the street.
No, I seen a little dude walking through the parking lot. I was walking the dog. I seen a little dude walk through he walked through the parking lot. He had the hoop seed with him. He was and I was just like, you got some good people in your life, boy.
Strong character.
Right,
family
yeah,
like
man.
that.
Like I love seeing that, dog. Like,
That's real.
he just sitting out there, he dribbling. I don't know whether he on the hoop squad or not.
It don't
but
even
He
matter.
just
to
walking.
see a kid these days outside, I'm just happy.
First of all.
Yeah.
First and foremost,
For
yes.
real.
Yeah,
Like,
that's a
man,
fact.
just like this dude actually got the hoop seed. And I wanted to sit up there and go check him, but just in case
No.
38 sit in and he
Yeah.
break me,
Yep.
it ain't gonna be good because then I'm gonna have to duff him.
Oh, I've done that.
Just in case somebody see me.
Remember when N1 got live, and then you would go to a regular
the worst.
pickup game, and dude to try to N1 you. This one kid, he was doing all that. I filed the shit out of him. No, dog. Like, this a real court. We do real. This a real gym.
Gotta be
doing
done.
We play
son.
real games, dog. We not doing this, okay? Like, I had this one guy. Oh, boom, 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 boom. Whack. Oh, and pass the ball. Like, not to somebody about to hit a lay, but just like, what. Oh. I'm like, dog, you didn't go nowhere. You
Went
ain't
nowhere.
accomplished nothing. I was
Yeah,
like,
nothing.
y'all killing the game.
Yeah, and the game was pretty
That's
sick.
why I knew I was old. I was like, I ain't.
Well, it was that, and then plus you would see that happen in games, and it would be the most hilarious shit ever, and guys would get pulled. And then
right.
they never play again.
Right.
It was like, oh.
Everybody seen somebody get pulled from the game. Like, ooh, you ain't never.
During
seen
that
the court again
time,
today.
there were only a few people that could get away with that. That was Jamal Crawford, Jay Williams. No, sorry, Jason Williams. Before Jay Williams got drafted out of Duke, it was Jason Williams, Jamal Crawford. Who else? Who else? That might have been really it.
That's the list.
Truth be told, because Hardaway was done, and he still ain't do that. He actually would do something with the pill, but you wasn't looking at a lot of guys just with all lateral movement with the ball. Like,
I saw a video today of Jay Crawford playing in like some kind of league game
Seattle Pro-Am stuff
against his son.
Oh, wow.
Huh?
Yeah, his son looked like he might be like a junior or senior in high school.
Wow.
And they sitting there checking each other. His son looked just like you, though.
Wow.
And his son got game.
Speaking
That's
of that, shout out to these,
nasty.
they usually pop up on Facebook. I don't know the other platforms that people use, but these basketball-centric sites that do these incredible clips of like full games or of seasons of certain players. Like that's what gets me through during the summer. You know what I mean? Like, I was watching Kobe's 45-point game against San Antonio when he was young, like 22 or something like that. You know, that's the stuff I like. Keep doing your thing out there, whoever y'all are.
Yeah,
got the time
it's
to
all
post
kind of
that
videos
stuff.
out there. They got videos out there where they highlighted like everybody that's coming up like in the 2018 like high schoolers, and you know some of these young boys you looking like okay,
Right.
you know, damn, Michigan didn't get him.
Isn't that what it always comes
we
from?
didn't get him either.
Never
He
heard of him.
He looked like he got some
Would've been
dog
nice
in
to
him.
get him for a year.
Shit,
He
show
looked
you
bit-
right.
He looked too, a little bit too dark. Oh wait a minute, he playing the post. Look at attitude. Nah, he ain't gonna fit.
Right.
You know.
Yeah, he banged on somebody and athletic at 18.
Nah, he ain't gonna
He
play.
ain't
He ain't
gonna
going to
come to
Michigan.
Michigan,
No,
man. That
Izzo
sucks,
don't want
man.
him either.
That Division III guy, we gonna make him transfer. Though.
Right. Hey man, don't be shitting on my boy Duncan, man. Duncan still got stroke.
Dude was supposed to come.
He
and
went
play.
straight to.
Because I knew what he was saying when he said D3.
But I'm just saying though, that dude has a primary role on the squad. Like,
Yeah.
the fact that we haven't been able to get somebody to run his minutes is disappointing.
Well, when
The
he
fact
owned,
that he
when
might be starting this year.
When he owned though.
I mean, he come through, but
You don't want him to be your primary.
you don't want him to be 1, 2, 3, or 4.
He could be my 3.
Actually, that kind of sucks though.
No, he could be my 3. I don't want him to be my 1 or my 2, but Duncan can be my 3 and give
Depending-
me a consistent.
Your third option.
He give me a consistent 15 to 17 a night. Yeah, he can be my 3.
Jeez.
That's a hell of a 3 if that's the case. Who do y'all see being like and I hate the word up and coming because there's really no such thing as up and coming in college basketball. But who do y'all see to kind of like break out before they leave for that 1 year?
I can't tell you.
For,
because
you
I'm
talking
out
about
of-
freshmen, like they coming in as a freshman, or you talking about
Whatever.
people that
Somebody
that
that's
are
there.
coming back?
Either way, freshman,
Miles
sophomore.
Bridges.
Yeah.
Oh yes, yeah.
Bridges is gonna destroy everybody
He's gonna clown. He's gonna clown.
and still end up being picked right around the same spot that he
7,
he
8,
would've got
9.
picked. So, yeah, I think if he came out this year, he might have been.
Hey
in
man,
the
dude. I mean,
teens.
you know, like I say, I respected. He was like, "Look, man, I'm just enjoying college."
Yeah, for sure.
Like,
Which
do
is
that.
rare to hear.
So let me just get my college.
And he
on.
also seems like one of those guys that's like this phase of my life doesn't mean anything unless I actually accomplish something.
Right.
Because it's not like he's coming back by himself. Like they about to be loaded. You know what I mean? So he wanted to come back and really experience that. And you know, if I had a son, I would want him to, you know, really have a story to tell about his 1 or 2 years that he spent in college. So shout outs to him. You know, it'd be good. You know, that's a rival, but
Yeah.
it'll be good to see.
There
him
won't
do
be
well
there aren't
again.
any, like, from what I can tell, there aren't any or many like Trey Masons of the world that stays a few years.
Look, I mean, there's always gonna be guys like that. I mean, you got think of his career bubble. First of all, he was a low rated guy coming into.
Yeah, it wasn't.
You said
highly
Trey
recruited.
Mason. We talking about
He flipped all the way to basketball. I mean football, but
No.
not Trey.
You mean
Mason.
Trey Burton.
He talking about Frank Mason.
Frank Mason, my
Oh.
brother.
Frank,
Kansas.
Frank Mason. He was,
okay.
Yeah.
I knew who you were talking about.
Thank you.
But he was low rated coming in, not expected to do anything.
No.
Actually showed out because he was on the team. He was on that team that
Beat
was he a
Michigan.
freshman?
He might have been a freshman that year.
Okay.
2013.
Something like that. So,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
he was just supposed to be a piece, and he worked his way into being National Player of the Year. You know what I mean? So you're always going to have guys like that are just going to be in a program for that long because he didn't have measurables. He didn't have, you know, incredible athleticism and all that stuff. But so those are the guys that actually make
Better players.
basketball, you know, college basketball good and fun to watch.
You
But
ain't lying.
it's just hard because, you know, you usually we got used to seeing guys for 2 or 3 years and get really latching on. You know, do people really connect Lonzo Ball with UCLA?
Nah.
Not at all. Like
No.
3 years, we're gonna forget where he went to school,
Yeah.
right?
That's a
And
fact.
so, you know, but Lonzo,
Hey,
hey,
I'm happy for that
Hey,
kid,
man.
man.
hey,
people tried to.
tried
shit
and
on
told
him.
y'all.
They after that first game, I
We-
told you he ain't gonna be nothing. This pop.
Yeah, that
and
was
then
stupid. That was
I'm like,
dumb
dude,
as
it's
hell.
one game, and I mean, real hoopers know you have some games like that.
Did he
It's your-
change his shoes?
It's the first game. I mean, that ain't nothing. That's like,
you never know, though.
yeah, but he didn't. I mean, the second game he still had on the Zo2s. He still had on his own shoe, but he came out and said, "Yo, this is my first organized game since UCLA. Like, I haven't played in a organized game.
He
Like,
had a bad game.
yeah, I might have played some pickup ball and worked on my shot, but yo, this is my first organized. I'm running the team. This is,
And people jump like my man was like, I told you he wasn't gonna be nothing, and he needs to stop shooting threes. Like, huh? Like he's not a bad shooter. Like he's got bad form that we're not used to. But look at his percentages in college. And then he come out has a horrible shooting. You know, his first 2 games he shoots horribly. He should stop shooting threes. Like you'll be a great coach, dog. Like despite what the game of basketball is right now, which is 3-and-D, and you know what I mean, spread the floor, penetrate and dish. You want your point guard to stop shooting threes, huh?
That's weird. That's mad weird.
After he gonna have a
after summer league, after his first couple,
weird.
like, come on, dog.
That's mad weird.
So just
and
everybody relax.
The part that everybody said that spoke highly of him becoming to the season was that his court vision is what's going to be his biggest asset.
Right.
And
he's a Jason Kidd without the speed, and you still can. That's a luxury.
That was the one thing that stood out to me, is that he does not have high level athleticism,
which is fine.
Meaning, like, his foot speed is not there, and
like he get out there 1-on-1 on Kyrie gonna kill him, because he just don't have a lateral movement. I'm just saying.
Man, you really gonna kill
him. And that you get caught in that switch or something.
Oh, yeah.
And you just a Steph Curry, a Kyrie, a James Harden, they gonna sit there and
Kemba.
But when you watch him, and this is what you saw at UCLA, is that his ability to see the floor, his creativity on the offensive end of the floor, both in the full court and the half court game, is absolutely infectious. You see a horrible summer league squad, and them boys was out there looking like Golden State in the way that they were sharing the ball with one another,
right?
And looking for each other and making the extra pass and getting it to the open man. That thing is, I mean, the Lakers are going to be watchable.
Yeah,
this year,
ain't no question.
And they added some level of talent. They got KCP, and they still got Jordan Clarkson.
You about to say Farmer?
Brandon Ingram,
who I don't know why didn't play. Did he get injured?
Yeah, he got injured the first game, and Magic's on the sideline like
they love that boy.
Yeah, but no, he balled them the first game. Yeah, he balled.
I ain't watched the rest of the game.
Nah, he clowned. He did.
But they love that boy. I'm like,
yeah,
I can see why. I can see why. Well, and part of it too, because he had that. He dominated coming out of high school, in his last year in high school for sure. I know he took control. I saw him in the McDonald's game that year, and he took care of business then. The one year he had at Duke, he was decent.
I see the potential. I just don't see the natural gifts that you saw, like, from KD at that stage.
No, you're not gonna have that.
And that's how they talk about him.
They're trying to pull it. No, it's not that. It's not KD the killer we saw as a freshman at Texas. It's none of that.
Right.
But he has. I think his ball handling skills are better than KD's, just from a quick dribble standpoint. Like, KD's long. He's not gonna dribble a whole lot. He's gonna make a move on you, and that's the end of the story. Ingram can penetrate and kick it, but he has that. That's just a different. I think his mentality, or he just go to the hole pretty hard. I think his mentality to the game, or his approach to the game, is different. But because he's long and wiry and can dribble, they want to get a KD comparison. But
adding him to that squad is going, like I said, going to make them hella watchable. I still think, what's the 4-man's name from Kentucky?
Randall.
Julius Randle's a dog. And then they added Brook Lopez for scoring.
Yeah, you still need. I don't care what nobody says. You still need a big fella. I don't give a damn where you at in the NBA.
They're not gonna stop nobody.
No, they ain't gonna stop.
They're not gonna stop nobody.
No.
I mean, KCP will give them some perimeter defense, but and he'll probably end up having to guard the point guards, a la Klay Thompson.
Yep.
But he's gonna have to do that. Ain't no question.
But they are.
And hell, he's a veteran.
Yeah, he's the veteran
on that team.
He is.
He's a veteran.
Yeah,
him and Brook
Lopez.
Yeah, so he's got a good responsibility to him.
And that other boy can play. Kyle
Kuzma.
Kuzma,
yeah, he from
Kuzma
Flint.
Got some game. Word.
Yeah.
Damn, they still pushing our product out there, huh? Shout out to Flint. That Flint sagging on that area, boy.
You know my people. They you got a Flint person? Oh, they gonna let you know they got a Flint person.
The Flint time we in
yeah,
we didn't know him when he was in Flint.
Yeah,
he played at Utah. So
wow,
I don't know how he got out of there.
Well, hell, Flint kids from Flint, I want to say that they have a good pipeline of making sure they get seen within camps and stuff that too, though.
I don't think the Michigan, and I mean the state of Michigan, the pipeline is what it used to be, because you see so much of the top talent leaving.
You don't be really people don't be knowing Josh Jackson from Michigan.
Right. Yeah, #1 player in the nation, like, coming into college. And originally, he's from Michigan.
Yeah, then nobody freaking pays the best eye at him.
Nope.
It's just it's pretty bad up there. That's a whole MHSAA problem.
Oh,
but
man, they so
they behind. They behind the times.
And they won't let you play in All-Star games. They had a thing about
they let you play, but they like limit it or something like that.
Yeah, they do
so
something.
You don't end up being able to play.
In like the McDonald and the Jordan Classic and something. They do something
weird.
silly.
Right. It's mad weird. Meanwhile, these kids playing in both, and then they be on ESPN
they
and
can't,
a tournament
I know
next
what it
morning.
is. Michigan high school basketball teams can't travel out of state. So they can't play those.
Dumb as hell. Shots fired.
Shots fired. The MHSAA.
So you're right.
They can't do that. That's what it is. They can't go out of state.
Yeah, they can't go out of state. This is crazy to me. It's crazy to me. That's beyond crazy to me.
You'll never see, if you got a super dope Michigan team,
that's sweet.
You won't get them to play against,
Well, Oak Hill,
Chino Hill. You won't see them playing in any of those big time.
Finley Prep.
Yeah, any of those games.
And they got and it'll make kids. It will raise the caliber of talent in the state of Michigan, and kids won't be jumping. Because a lot of kids are
leaving because they know that they won't be seen.
It's exposure is the name of the game now to get into a top program to get an opportunity to play professionally. That's the name of the game. And then I'm sure in some meeting somebody's pushing this whole concept like, education first and this and that. Man, I can go to school any damn time I want to. I bet if I was a really good barber, you wouldn't be pushing me to go to community college, would you? You gonna want your damn haircut. Let me live my gifts, damn it. That's crazy as hell, dog. If I just want to get a job very soon after high school.
I mean, but for them, they're looking like, this is we might have one good team. So it ain't like, the rule affects maybe one team. Overall, it don't, because most of the teams that's in Michigan either don't have a budget to try to go play out of town or they don't have the talent to do it. So
but then still
think about Detroit City schools.
I was gonna say, you ain't even know schools left.
Half the schools are closed.
Yeah,
half the talent is already left.
It don't even affect them.
Yeah, so I mean,
it's
a lot of this is just more dated for what we had in the past.
But I still would like to see the St. Mary's of the world, and Orchard Lake St. Mary's that is, and the Catholic Centrals,
so they can go out there and get housed.
Or they can recruit kids in the city to come play there.
They're not gonna do that.
I would rather them kids go do that. They would if that's what it took. If that was available, I would rather see them kids go there than to leave and go clear across the country where their parents and family can't even see them play.
Central and Orchard Lake been recruiting since we was not in high school. I'm talking about before we got to high school.
Right.
And they took a small, especially Catholic Central.
Yeah.
Orchard Lake,
I'm just
Lake
talking names because
those schools
they not doing.
They not recruiting like that.
That's just their standard. That's just their standard from an education.
If you ain't got
level.
no true bread, then you gonna be asked out.
Or if your family ain't tied into something that could donate to the school, so on and so forth.
Exactly.
But ultimately,
I still think it's an archaic rule.
Extremely. That's the whole problem.
That's the thing. A lot of the rules that are in place, they're just archaic,
and it affects other sports, track, football. Girls basketball. It affects other sports that are still major, and you never know what could come out of it. And just, it's like you said, it's archaic. That's the best phrase, term to use for it. It's ridiculous. Oh, my man, Suge. Suge.
What up, Suge?
He mentioned. He said he's saying AAU is where to go with it because he got his son with a really good AAU team, and that's perfect. For that type of environment. It's just I think from a high school perspective, they just behind, man. They're behind. And anybody that coaches out there,
a lot of people tell you, man, what you doing for your high school team don't even matter no more. It's like, what do you do in the AAU circle? On the AAU circuit, in the summer circuit, when you're playing against the better competition? Because depending on where you live, you're not playing against anybody. So, I can go out there and put up 30, but if I'm playing a bunch of people who will never get a D1 look, how good am I?
How good am I? I understand that. Yeah, there are different factors, but it doesn't change the fact that they just behind. It doesn't really change that. But there are the factors that tie into it. So I know one thing too. We talked about because we talking to the sports / pop culture of the world. We're not gonna get too much into the pop culture thing. Of course, you got news out there with different artists, music artists, and comedians and actors and singers and all that kind of stuff. It's crazy stuff. It's not really sports related, so I'm not really going there. We're not talking about anybody's kid that doesn't look like them. We're not going there. But that's wild as fuck. So
That's wild.
that's wild as hell.
If you start acting a certain way, doesn't your DNA change a little bit?
No.
Doesn't work like that.
Nah, I don't think that works like that. I mean, I did hear like if you
Well,
date
if you
somebody.
watch certain animal shows and like,
Oh.
no, I'm just saying like, and then the environment changes, then like, you know, your skin can change to adapt to your fur can change to adapt to the environment.
Okay, we here then. All right, so Mike Conley's kid looks nothing like
Don't do this.
Mike Conley has a child with a Caucasian
I
woman.
tried.
Yeah, you tried. I tried too, kinda.
No, you didn't.
The kid the kid has blue eyes, light skin,
and
blonde hair.
His
Mike
mama
Conley has
a brunette.
Angie, are you happy?
She should be. She should be elated by this point. Mike Conley has like, you know, thick hair, coarse hair. You know, it's an afro. Like it couldn't be any further away from what the kid looks like. I mean, granted, I have a mixed child. I get it, but he also has like a big nose and big lips. So it's like, you know, start pointing out features as soon as he's fresh out the womb. Like, yeah, that's all you,
okay.
dog.
I see it. I know you see it.
Show you right. So, so, so Mike Conley's getting dragged through the world of Black Twitter and Black this and Black Instagram and Facebook Black and all this so because they like, nah, this
Leave
kid.
that man alone, man.
It ain't even so much the kid don't look like you. This kid don't look nothing like nobody like you. That's the problem. But when you got a contract with $175 million, you take care of all kind of kids and keep them moving. So, he definitely don't give a damn apparently. But you know,
that boy that rode Greg Oden to a $175 million contract, highest paid player in the league.
Oh, did you just say he rode Greg Oden?
Well,
ain't that how it works? I mean, shout out to him, like getting there and really developing into a great point guard. But you know. Jeez.
Oh, my God.
If it wasn't for G.O., what's the difference between him and all the other point guards that we see?
Man, there were points.
He know it.
Well, he know it. It's funny as hell, though, that you just mentioned it that way. That's freaking hilarious. He rode Greg Oden to $175 million.
Well, no, you can't say that.
No, he earned it.
No, he can't, but it's funny as hell.
A first-round draft pick.
Nah, that's funny.
Because he had to earn
he
that.
He rolled that into a scholarship at Ohio. That's where I'm gonna take it.
Okay.
That's why and then he took.
Yeah, because there was a package deal.
He is a package deal. You know, like, when he because he only stayed a year too, right? Who thought he was a one and done?
I definitely didn't think so.
They did so well that 1 year. Oden was dominant.
Made
it to the final four. He like.
No, finals.
To the final game, yeah. He was like, okay, I'm going to drive this dude to the NBA. You know what I mean? I thought this was going to be a little bit harder than what it is.
Dog, I would have instantly called it.
Went to a perfect situation in Memphis.
Perfect situation.
They love him. You know what I mean?
Perfect situation.
His first, several years in the league, they didn't really ask much of him. Hey, can you get the ball to Zebo? Okay.
And then he ended up getting the jumper.
Got a jumper, which
he worked on his game, man.
On his game, yeah.
Athleticism is in the boy blood at the end of the day.
Oh yeah, his pops.
That's the cool part in it. So he's got
his pops behind the scene. His pops is like
Olympic track star.
But he's
the AAU
his
coach.
pops is like LeVar Ball silent though.
That's the type I would prefer.
Right, but he if you really look into it, like he was like a power mover and shaker, you know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
Representing his son, getting him those contracts. So, shout out to him for making yourself into a damn $500 million.
And before we get too much, I wanted to also give a mention to Brian Forbes, man, who killed in the summer league, averaging like 30 a game. That's pretty cool.
Who?
Brian Forbes out of Michigan
Not gonna
State.
be able to do it.
That's pretty cool, man.
Whatever.
That's cool as hell.
Not gonna be able to do it.
He was on the roster for San Antonio already.
Did they win?
The chip? No. They ain't win the chip. They ain't win the Summer League chip. And also,
but he was getting burned at the end of the year though.
he was getting some burn. I think.
What school he went to? Oh, never mind.
So what, old suck ass nigga?
I'm just saying.
I just mumbled it.
We're gonna have to talk about them later though, Simp. Later on in the year, we're gonna have to go on.
Yeah, you gotta have to do it.
Hey man, they get at me then.
Mo Wagner out there killing it for the
German team.
No,
Straight up.
yeah. So he
That's
gonna be a hoss.
Yeah,
we
you
got
ain't
some
lying.
people. We got some people. We gonna give State they preseason love, but they better be ready for the boys in blue.
Nah, they're gonna have to be. They're gonna have to be.
We got some people. It'd been nice. Clearly, DJ Wilson made the right decision.
Came back.
Except for his
No.
shorts.
He was with Milwaukee.
Oh, he did go to the. Okay, where did he go?
They
Like
gonna be-
undrafted?
No.
Think about
pick
their
17.
squad. They got the
What
They got the
the hell
rookie-
is my brain?
They got the rookie of the year, right?
Yeah.
Malcolm Brogdon. They got Chris
Greek-
Middleton,
Greek freak, Chris
Greek
Middleton.
freak that plays some point guard.
If Jabari can not be
Jabari Parker,
injured.
if he can stay healthy,
Jeez.
and it's gonna be a good trade piece for them if they
Yeah.
really want to make a move and somebody's looking to bring
Yeah.
in somebody young with some potential.
Yeah, he's still.
They
on
got
the books.
Thon Maker.
Thon got game.
They
You
got.
got-
I like Thon Maker. I wanted him to be there when the Pistons drafted
Right.
that year. I was like, I like what
they had
Thon
the-
Maker could
what he
possibly
bring.
be.
Yeah, they got Greg Monroe off the bench now.
The Moose.
The Moose who can
That's a steal.
come and give you some just power minutes.
Yeah, that's
Grown
right. He's
man
still
minutes.
all right.
DJ Wilson. I mean,
Ooh.
everybody on their squad is like 6'9", 6'10", 6'11".
It's still the freakish team that J Kid wanted.
Yeah,
It's still that team.
and they got Dellavedova.
Deli snacks. Deli sandwich.
Deli got his own shoes too.
Exactly.
Klay
Cop
Thompson too,
those.
do.
Cop those.
Klay Thompson don't give you no ups though.
You don't need no
You,
up.
you sit there and try to hit him with the
Take
360.
If
You
people in China, they
catch
was
that
like,
L.
black man dunk, black man dunk, black man dunk. He like, I don't dunk in the league. What y'all
Right.
want me to do?
Oh,
Okay.
Show
Man.
your eye.
I'm gonna get Klay.
He said, what could give me a little more lift? Let me try the 360.
Man, he should have just
Nah,
went ahead and
open
just
up a-
windmill that mug or something. But I give Klay his pride because that whole little tour he was on, that run, Klay was out there living life, dog.
Oh, he
I'm on the
He was
stage.
he was half faded.
Yeah, he lit, man. He like,
Look,
yeah.
you see, man, we got a promotional event again tomorrow.
Oh, the top shelf sake was
I
wrong.
was about to
Right.
say I haven't been on this
Please
site.
believe, yeah. This is the Ling Ying sushi tour.
Yeah,
Well, I don't
Ain't
know what
mad
to
at
call
I
it.
ain't come here to work.
No, I
At all.
ain't. You think I came here to work? Oh, well, if you don't give me some of that hot sake over there, quit playing. And there was some breaking news in NBA 2 last week, bruh. The freaking Rockets are for sale
hey man,
after a major acquisition with Chris Paul and trade talk to try to get Melo over there.
it's called my team value ain't gonna be no higher than this. Let me
Let me
capitalize
get
on
out.
it because I don't really want to keep doing this, and I don't want to leave it to my family to keep doing it. So
Hey.
let me go ahead and capitalize on it.
That's funny as hell. That's funny as hell to say, I don't trust my family. My granddad did that with a liquor store. I don't trust my family enough to run this.
Like, you
so
know,
I'm just going to sell it to somebody.
Because dog, they gotta love it as much as you do, and your legacy is attached to that. So if you leave it to them and then they turn it into crap, your name is still, it's got your daddy name on it.
Got your
And
daddy name.
so he like, hey man, I bought it for $84 million. You talking about giving me $2 billion for it?
I'm
Why
out.
not?
I'm out.
I'm still gonna have a suite here.
That's when you tighten up your pullout game right there. I'm gone.
Like, you know what? Doe,
Show you right.
Yeah, exactly.
Dope.
I'm out.
let me out.
Right. But I say, it's just interesting because it comes in the midst of a lot of off-season, activity. So it's not really usual you see a team go up for sale in the middle of everything like that. I mean, it probably was in the process of it anyway.
I mean, when do you
But-
see sales anyway? So it's
Usually
not-
y'all
it's
see
not
a
like
team go up for sale when it's going down.
No,
Like the Pistons.
no,
The Pistons were down.
that's not when you see it. Usually,
No, they weren't.
usually it's because of a death in the family
Yep.
And then you got that
or
Which is what the Pistons
with
went
the
through.
Cavaliers.
right. or
Cavaliers went through that too.
Nah, Gordon Gunn just sold the team. He just sold the team to.
So he died like
he didn't
after that.
Yeah, he died well after that.
Okay, I got
or
you.
you see it not when you see it when older owner looks at the prospect of having to match what other newer teams are doing.
And he don't want to do
and
the
they
work.
don't want to do it. It's
I
like,
don't wanna
okay,
do it.
let me take my
And he don't want.
let me take this 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 times what I paid and get on out. You know what I mean?
And you don't want the Dolan effect.
Or you see it when their primary business starts going down, right?
Yeah, I need
because
I
most
need to
professional
focus.
owners, that's not their main hustle. Right?
No, I just make another few $100 million off of this.
Yeah.
I make $1 billion doing this this car
Making
company.
windows.
Making windows,
Right.
right? So
Let's think about stuff. I'm not even gonna get into that.
no, we could do it offline. I've been thinking about it all week. I'm not gonna lie to you.
What little thing can I make that everybody needs so I
Well,
can be
it's like that
a
plus like
billionaire?
it's that plus like let me get to 250. How can I get to the 250? I need to get to the yams. I'm just trying to get to the yams.
Get to the game.
That's it. I'm
To
just
the
trying to get to the
yams.
Got
yams.
catfish and everything.
Right.
Delicious.
Speaking of that, Rachel's never coming back.
Rachel's never.
I think we
back.
get a reminder of that.
I
like,
got a
once
text
week.
from Rach today though.
Manager.
Well,
Our
our theory,
representative.
me and my boys' theory is that it's some little intern that responds to all her text
that like
messages
tweets
now.
for her.
Yeah, you know what I
Oh
mean?
my god.
Because sometimes we get messages back and it's like
You ain't spell my
that
name
ain't
right.
really.
And why did you address me first? Like Sherrod, comma. How are you? Like
like it's an auto
hell?
response.
Hey man, it's the
Voice
game.
text?
She, you
Yeah,
know,
man.
she in a whole nother. She
in the Matrix, baby.
she in a whole different
all
environment.
in.
So
Like
you
I'm
gotta-
starting to see. Not
We
that I
talking-
follow it
Yeah, we.
or nothing like that. I haven't
Oh,
watched
this-
one episode.
Yeah.
I probably should have DVR'd it so she got the rating, but whatever.
Don't worry, they gonna get it.
But she's
regardless.
going to, this is going to flip into, like, I saw an article today. Is she going to join The View? You know what I mean? Like,
Oh, it's coming. It's going down.
stuff like that. So
It's
when
going
when
down.
they start plucking you and making sure that you at making sure you're at the ESPYs, making sure you're at Game 5 of the NBA
Yeah.
Well, you know,
Finals,
any
and all that stuff.
ABC Disney thing she's
Right.
gonna be at.
Well, there's that plus the fact that she loves sports anyway.
Right,
Yeah, right.
So that
I mean,
shit-
she's
yeah,
the
it's not-
perfect girl
Yeah,
for
it's not,
all
it's
that.
not, yeah,
shit.
that's
They
the good
don't
thing
get
about
more
it. It's not like a
perfect.
fake. Like we're putting you into
Hell
this
no.
in this environment, and we want you to. We're posing you, you know, just putting you into this. Like, okay,
Right.
yeah, no, she knows sports,
And
so
she's not
she
made.
fits.
She's not made up.
right.
Like you ever see
yeah.
when they try and plug in? It's like get your
yeah, you
ass.
do, like you just look like
She
you don't
just
fit.
look like she fit.
Yeah.
And they glamour up just a little bit, but it's not over the
Yeah,
top.
the rest of it is natural.
Yeah, and so she'd be perfect for that, and she got the personality for it too. So
Yeah.
I thought it would probably morph into like a sideline reporting thing, which I'd be like adding anything to this. You know, no team is giving you injury information.
No.
You just sitting over there. Look, he has a little ice on his leg. Like, baby, we can see that. Like,
Hey man, don't be.
we
Don't
sure
be-
do appreciate. And
don't
then
be
we got
sexist,
see.
Sherrod.
Then we got to see Pam Oliver looking like
Hey man, chill,
Pam Oliver looking like.
chill, man.
You know, how many years you been doing this and you can't find no stylist boo? Like,
The budget, man.
no.
No.
Look,
I
dog,
know some chicks
It's
on the
two
east
things
side
that
of
we know
Detroit.
about Pam Oliver.
I ain't gonna shit on Pam Oliver on this show.
That, and then number two, we
Get
know,
at me on group me.
we know you ain't got no friends. Like, you ain't got a friend.
Well, I think
Not a
it's-
sister,
can't be.
because they'll let you know.
No,
Come
can't
on.
be. Them should have been a lot of Saturday appointments already made.
This off season, I'm taking over. Like, we
Yeah.
going to get this right.
It's a trial and error
Yeah.
at that point. If you got a real
What's the
homegirl,
other one that's starting to
come on,
look real Muppetish? That's on ESPN. Rashina or something like that.
Oh, I know who you talking about. God.
Yeah, this is the summer episode.
Summer episode.
The
We
Show
talking
You Right
about-
episode of Scalpers Sports Report.
You know what I'm talking about.
I know exactly who you talking
She look
about.
a mess, man.
Pull it up.
I'm trying to
Pull
find
up.
ESPN.
But off of that, man, we can't go too far in this show without discussing some other topics, of course. One of which, and be sure to pull that lady up.
Josina Anderson.
Josina Anderson, thank you.
That she looked normal right there, right?
But boy,
But if you look at her
yeah,
now-
Sometimes, yeah.
Boy,
See, she be on one.
she be on on 3. with that hair.
It's the
It
makeup.
be the hair.
Dog.
What? Yeah, the hair and the makeup. Because it's a different ball game when it comes to, I guess you could say what's more flattering for a person. Like it's just a different ball game.
That's right. Game day added Sam Ponder. She's doing another job, so they added a sister to replace her, Maria Taylor, out of UGA.
She right.
She from the SEC Network. She's a former volleyball player.
You got that look in your eye, player.
Let's use the Google machine. What did you say her name was?
Maria Taylor.
All right. And what does she do for a living?
She's on ESPN. She was on the SEC Network last year.
They got her for cheap. They had to
Yeah,
clean
yeah.
her
No,
out.
well, she brought her in. No, she had already been on the network. She's
Oh,
been on
nice.
ESPN for a minute.
We going full manish now. There was
But-
one that was on Big Ten Network. Did you ever see her?
Yeah. I watched a lot. I
But-
watched my fair share of Big Ten Network, bro.
But I don't know if she's still on there because I haven't seen her in a while.
If she did anything, she moved to Fox.
We're gonna look that
word.
up. Anybody else out there that we should look up? And
Man, anybody watching this show
managed it up.
today?
just over.
We don't want Angie here to boost the ratings. Like I need
Right.
I need big breasts and some hips or something. Like this is just
Booty
not working.
shorts. Angie,
Yeah, this is not working.
come on, Angie.
But no, but I'll offer that from another perspective of sports. The Megatron Oakland talk. Y'all think that's serious?
Nope.
Let me tell you something about Megatron. Okay. We tried to deal with the divorce, with some level of respect.
Mad Amma.
Do, but you keep opening up your yap, dog, right? And we gonna let you have it. You stole money all them years, cause let's be real. If there are no results, you can't separate yourself and be like, they didn't win. You was on them squads, dog.
I did mine.
You want to sit up here and act like those squads didn't have talent, or they was holding us back. Those squads had Ndamukong Suh, had a quarterback that could get you the ball. Like you can't.
You had a top
Things
quarterback.
didn't come together.
Right.
So, you want to sit and moan and groan and complain that you had to pay some money back, motherfucker. You left on your contract.
Yeah, that's kind of how it works.
I don't know who you think you are. Give me my bread.
That's kind of how it works.
And then want to put shit out there and act like, so sad Calvin Johnson had to write a check. He should have been in training camp if he didn't want to pay no money back.
Yeah,
and he took his fucking ass to Dancing with the Stars.
We don't have no.
Fuck Calvin Johnson.
We don't have no bleep, but
If we ain't getting no first round draft pick for his punk ass, sit your ass down. You went and married that woman, and now you realize you don't want to be at home, motherfucker. Get your ass up out of here. First round draft pick, or shut the fuck up. Shout out to Calvin Johnson.
I wouldn't want to be home either if I was married.
Show you right.
Show you right.
I ain't got nothing.
I'm sorry.
I ain't releasing him though, just to let him go
Hell
do it.
no.
Talking about something. You should just do the right thing and release him. Yeah, right. For
Come
what?
on, dog. For a loser?
Why? Why am I gonna
No,
let a top 10 talent just go for nothing because I should just be nice?
No, dog.
Man, beat it. They said that same thing about Barry. You should just release him and let him go to Miami.
No, dog.
Nope.
Sorry, Barry. You ain't winning us nothing either. You get to no love. Shout out to Barry Sanders.
I ain't releasing nobody. Now,
Yeah, right.
if he got an impasse to where we can't,
they want to shit on the franchise and then ask for a gift. Like, no.
like if I can
No,
get
you
something-
can't keep your millions, and no, you can't get a free release to go.
if I can get something for you, then let's get it. I'll let you go then, but I'm not giving you away for nothing.
Well,
I'm not just about to let
I said it when he got released. Good riddance. You taking up all this cap room, and you're not getting us dubs, right? You know different. Everybody want to talk about Matt Stafford and how much at least Matt Stafford show up and play, right? I ain't no Matt Stafford fan, but he show up every year and try and get better, et cetera. He ain't talking about I'm leaving the Lions or nothing like that, right?
Yeah, that's
okay.
a fact.
All right.
That's
so
a fact.
that's where it is with Calvin Johnson. Come see me if you want to. Megatron.
He ain't going no damn way. He be wearing sweater vests in the summertime. He's chilling. Let's be real.
I got personal there. I shouldn't have went personal. It should have been all business, I love the Lions.
No, it's
Deep
not.
It's almost that time.
It's my squad.
Yeah, my homeboys,
You spit something red on your arm too.
They
Is that
been-
candy?
I opened up I scratched and it.
My homeboys been talking real
That's
reckless.
blood. I bleed for these Lions.
They been talking real reckless today. I've been getting all kind of Lions Kool-Aid shots in my group me and all that. And it's like three of us. We Lions gang up. We
man.
ride. A couple of my other homies who don't want to pick teams or nothing like that. They just gonna ride the sideline and just troll all year in the crew. That's fine also.
Word.
You know, I understand 'cause I'm all about them jokes. So I'm for them jokes. But you know, let's get it. You know, no, I don't want him to go to the Raiders because one of my homeboys is a Raiders fan, and I don't want to hear that
He
shit.
can go out there. He gonna be trash.
But if the Lions play the Raiders in Vegas, I will go out there.
Well, everybody's going to Vegas.
Hell,
Whenever they score
I'm
out there in
going.
Vegas, everybody's
Yeah,
going.
like that is the
I don't
ultimate
give a
road
damn.
trip.
I love to go out there and still just see it work. At the end of the day, ain't nobody gonna sit in line if they say they don't want to see them.
Nah,
Vegas
man,
Raiders.
you just trying to see. That just give you a reason to go to Vegas. Okay, I get a game in.
Exactly.
Boom, I can go bet before the game start. You know the game gonna be lit.
Okay.
Let's go.
Google Taylor Rooks.
Oh, I know who you talking
Oh.
about. Yo,
Taylor Rooks.
That's my boo boo.
Last
Say
name
it.
Rooks.
Yo,
We going full manish on this joint.
She
Maria
cold
Taylor,
blooded.
Taylor
Rooks.
Rooks is something special.
Oh, yeah.
Show you're right.
So,
Let's say that from the heart.
so let's see what she's doing now. Taylor.
Oh yeah. I seen her. This picture that they just showed is her from the from Big Ten. I remember this one. Yeah.
Man, she.
Well, I used to put that thing on mute, just like I don't want to hear about Indiana football right now. But
Do you ever?
I mean, just whatever they was talking about at the
Yeah.
time. But yeah, she's
Mm.
those that say dark skin ain't in.
She. Man, please. That would, man.
Where is she at now? I just keep seeing this. It appears on Sportsnet New York.
What else
and
we got?
CBS Sports Network.
Well, the main thing.
CBS
really,
Sports Network. She's on CBS.
Oh, she did
Sports
make the
Network
move.
now.
The main thing that I wanted to leave to the end anyway was honestly it's this Mike Vick thing. I wanted to leave that toward the end specifically because
Okay, hold up. Before we go to that, this damn McGregor Mayweather press conference tour that they on right now,
They should have spread it out.
man.
Number one,
that's what I was
because
thinking.
the first one was entertaining.
It's mad close.
The
together.
anticipation for the second one was
They
was-
going back to back to back to back, city to city to city.
The 4 in a row was bad. If they would have stretched it out, they could have got writers involved.
But
they
they
could have mixed in like music.
they've
they
already
doing
gone the
they little
direction
skits.
that we knew that it was going to go.
Yeah,
You knew.
I mean they didn't waste any
you
time.
knew it was going to become.
Well, they had to set up because they're going to start doing the Showtime
Yeah.
weekly following the camp things.
Right.
So they wanted to into that and basically lay the foundation for the nonsense that we're gonna hear during those episodes.
Right.
And it's still gonna be must see TV, right? I mean,
Yeah.
it is what it is. We knew what it was gonna be.
Spectacle.
It's a spectacle. It's living up to the hype. They not holding nothing back,
No,
and we all gonna watch it.
Here's the one part about it that I thought was interesting is that people aren't paying. They're paying more attention about what's being said by McGregor because it's coming off with the racial overtones.
That's
not
what's
even
going on. That's
undertones.
boxing.
Well, not only is it boxing, it's been boxing promotions for like 40,
That's what I
50
mean.
years.
That's what I mean. It's boxing.
I'm
That's
like, dog,
you have to pit.
Where in the fuck have you been when Ali was fighting Frazier?
There was no social media. There was no big time media like that.
No, it wasn't. But we saw the clips.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
but
saying?
it's a whole lot. It's totally different because now it's over. It's you.
They're making it more blatant.
Yeah.
They're making it more blatant. Connor is
Okay.
playing,
Think about it like
playing
this.
into-
Think
he's
about it
playing
like
up well.
okay. Think about it like this. Think about when you have like a lot of Hispanic boxers in their fight. It's you got Mexico on this side and whoever on this side, and they
Anybody.
and when they're advertising for the fight, when they're putting out there, they are making sure that they put those angles out there so that you got this side over here, this side over here, and
Oh,
that's
ain't no question.
you want that strife
Ain't
because
no question.
and that's one of the reasons why I don't watch boxing out in public and stuff like that because I ain't with the shits, so I ain't trying to have somebody that's super national and he get to talking and get drunk and everything because I ain't with that, and that switch can go real quick to where I'm like, all right, enjoy yourself, blah blah blah. To fuck you. and I don't me, I don't deal well with obnoxiousness and a bunch of that over the top ass shit. So
you gonna watch the fight?
yeah, I got some ways to watch it. Yeah.
I ain't say
paying
if you
for it.
buying it, right?
Yeah, you know.
The only thing those ways, because it's gonna be so. I mean, I heard a report that said that the cable companies are concerned that they won't have the capacity,
The bandwidth.
the
They
bandwidth to show. You know,
$100 a pop, dog.
Worldwide.
Why?
Worldwide.
because they can get it.
Because they
they
can get it.
can.
Oh no, definitely because they can get it. I mean, I ain't got no beef with that. I mean, if you can get it, you can get it. You ain't gonna get it from me.
They're gonna
but
be
you can
they're
get
gonna be watching this fight worldwide.
Hopefully, somebody have a nicer. Never mind. I ain't gonna say that out loud. I ain't gonna say that out loud.
No,
But how I watched. What was the last big fight? What, Alvarez and?
that you fought, that you
No.
watched?
What was the last big fight?
What you mean by big? Like
Or that,
mega?
that people were talking about like recently, like within the last couple months. It was Alvarez and who?
Oh,
Chavez Jr. wasn't it?
Yeah, that was a big one.
Yeah. People were talking about
Hype-wise.
that. There was a bunch of hype around it. Yeah. I watched it. You know, I don't watch boxing like that, but I watched it. Can't say how I watched it, but I saw it.
we need to talk off because I don't like mine right now.
Mine it came in handy.
Bootlegger
Was
bastards.
it hit or miss or what?
It wasn't bad. It wasn't bad for what it was because I wasn't looking for it. Nah. We'll holler.
So the point is, I mean, we gonna watch it. Everybody gonna watch it. I think right now it's just a matter of I'm more concerned about the fight. I don't really care. I wouldn't mind.
The
seeing,
sad part is the real fight is getting no publicity right now. Like the fight that everybody should.
I'm gonna
really
watch
be,
that.
Should really be interested in with some
September
real dudes that throw some
16th.
hands and got some skill and is really to kind of establish. I don't know. Will it establish who's pound for pound? I think Andre
so.
Ward kind of stole that.
He did.
With,
He totally did.
but I don't know how long he's gonna be able to hold it because who else is he gonna fight? You know what I mean? Like you actually got to fight guys to maintain that.
Don't
And
Bronner got a fight coming up?
Broner and
Broner, somebody.
What we talking about?
Yeah. Broner is fighting Mikey Garcia.
Mikey Garcia. There's no way he's beating Mikey Garcia.
Next weekend, not this weekend.
I'll be in the D. You know,
You
20 years deep
Oh yeah,
Out
your
these-
20-year reunion.
out
You
these
know,
high school streets.
That's this weekend for me, bro.
Next weekend, yeah.
You know, Phil looked at me like he was like I was old, and he realized here's what next year, 2 years
2
from now.
years after, man.
It's coming, boy.
I mean,
I'm not going to nothing, but
I'm gonna make sure I'm in some.
drive by the picnic.
I'm
I
gonna
gotta
make
go to
sure.
the
I'm gonna make sure. I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna be at some events. I might actually help plan some stuff. Like I don't think we need to go over the top.
Nah.
I just think whatever we do 20-year reunion wise needs to be simple yet fun and to just
See,
have
for
a-
mine is because my
Yeah,
our
what are
school was
y'all
so
doing?
small. Our school was so small. I mean, it's
Y'all
ours.
mixed it with
It's an all class joint.
Benedictine. Or something?
No, dog, don't do that.
Oh.
No, don't do that. No, ours is a whole class reunion. We are incorporating our 20th to the all class reunion weekend. So,
right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I mean,
Right,
shit. When
right,
you
right.
when you're graduating class, it's like 80. You know,
Nah,
it
that's a
is.
backyard barbecue.
Right.
Word. Y'all could have met
Might
at
get a good flag football game.
y'all could have met at Dotnetta's and got a couple shrimp dinners and chilled out.
Miley.
Oh, that was that Miley right there. That was. I thought it was Dotnetta's. I'm tripping. I done screwed.
I mean, Dotnetta's was one. I used to go there all the
Across
time.
street, right on 6 Mile. Yeah, across
By
from
UD.
the across from the
Little Caesars and the records for you.
Nah, I was thinking about the butcher shop. The butcher shop that's right there on 6 Mile.
Oh, that's further down. I know what
Yeah,
you're
that's
talking
what I
about.
was
No,
talking
you talking
about.
about ENS.
ENS.
You
Yes.
talking about ENS.
ENS.
That's right around the corner from the forest.
That's what the one I was thinking about. I'm thinking
Talking
about
about
that.
Meatland and all that.
Meatland. Anyway,
Right.
all right. So we
Roll
got
with it.
12 minutes, man.
Go for it.
All right. So it's a good time to make sure, cause
We started late. But go ahead.
we did. All right. I think it's a good time still though to just throw it out there to say there's a lot of this lash out at Michael Vick regarding comments that he made about Colin Kaepernick's appearance and how it may be affecting his employment with the National Football League. I personally can care less about people who are less been involved in any type of struggle or protest or just meaningful demonstration, having something to say, especially when it's not even apples and oranges. Michael Vick was convicted, served his time.
Well, that's why they brought him up there. They brought him up there because they're like, well, hey, everybody outside of the league hated you, and what did you do to get people? And so we know that it's not an apples to apples comparison, but when you're trying to compare somebody who the public and the media hated, and he had to fight to get back in the league, that was the only person they were going to be able to bring up. Now,
the part about it that I think that I know is different. People hated Michael Vick because of what he did, like his literal actions and involvement.
Once again,
heinous, activity.
We see that it's not apples to apples.
It was pretty bad. It's pretty bad. All right, just in the general sense, it's pretty bad. Do I care about dog fighting or the lack thereof? I don't. I don't think about it ever. I can't say. I'm not gonna sit here and say I have a true heart for it for multiple reasons, but because I probably care more about what happens to people than what happens to dogs. That's just me. Mm-hmm. But the other part is, Colin Kaepernick hasn't bothered anybody.
He done bothered some people.
But people are bothered by him. He ain't did nothing to nobody.
Oh, no, he ain't hurt a soul.
He ain't hurt one person. But for some odd reason, it's just now, or it's still, he's making people's blood boil.
He had the nerve to tap into the reality that is white
America
supremacy
and white supremacy.
Don't blame it on America.
No,
it's white supremacy.
Period.
Point blank. He had the nerve to step out and challenge, because at the core it had nothing to do with the flag. The flag and the anthem was basically
military. None of that.
It was all a tool in order to get people to focus on the thing that, interestingly enough, this week they have done a complete 180 and said, hell, we need to watch what these police are doing in these shootings, right? Yeah, because the person that was on the other end of a bullet looked like them. Now it's an issue.
Yeah.
So that's what he was doing. He had the gall to challenge them on their supremacy and how they treat people. That's what it was. And so now on the back end, it's like, this is what you have to suffer from for having the nerve to do it. Because that's not what we don't let people do that. We don't let people challenge us in that way.
No, they
right?
don't.
And let you live to make it, right? Michael Vick, we put you in your place, right? And you came out and still had to kiss our ass.
Yeah.
Right? And Michael Vick didn't hurt nobody. So to hear him say that, I didn't watch it because the fat boy is on there, and I'm not giving him a piece of rating. You know what I'm saying? Mm-mm. But what I heard from it, first of all, I think they took a sound bite that, and if you
a lot of people have said that was like, if you listen to the question that they gave him, this is for people who've reported, who've seen the full. They're like, the question. It's one of those things that no matter what he said, it was kind of going to come off effed up because the question was set up for him to be effed up.
Okay.
But, it's still when you got them kind of situations, sometimes you just may have to just fold them and be like, I ain't touching that.
Right.
Because what I want to say, no matter what you say, it ain't going to come off right.
Well, it's not. And I think at that point, too, if anything, you got to have your antennas up and have your balls out to say, first and foremost, that man ain't do nothing wrong. So the question you trying to pose to me is baiting me into some bullshit,
right?
And I'm not going for it.
Right. And he should have been able to pick up on that.
He
ain't the savviest.
That's the whole problem.
You know what I'm saying?
So, and they know that too. That's why that was another reason I'm pretty sure they had him up there. They know that too.
I mean, they were just trying to draw a comparison like it was apples for apples.
Yeah,
it's so not.
Dude, it's not. It's not.
High profile name who went through some stuff
and had to beg the man
and had to pay his ass off to get back in the position to be in the National Football League.
And
think about, like, up until even his last year he played in Pittsburgh, they still protested Mike Vick being on the roster.
Yeah, they did.
They would do it today.
Oh yeah,
they protested him about retiring. He shouldn't retire a Falcon.
Yeah. That's what it was. He retired as a Falcon,
So
and they acknowledged him.
Right.
And the Falcons, they did it smart because every time they had him with Roddy White. So it's like, we can't boo Vic because we booing Vic and him and Roddy White are together. We're booing Roddy White. So it was smart on their end.
So you either gonna clap or shut the hell up.
Exactly.
And when it's all said and done.
And people shouldn't be scared of protests. Look at a protester and say, you welcome. Like, your viewpoint is welcome, but we're going to keep doing what we're doing. That's why I don't understand these rich. Take that back. I do understand it. Because these rich billionaire owners feel the same way that these people that are on Twitter and all that stuff, and they said it, that GM said it at the time. He'll never work, right? Because we know immediately that was the punishment that he was going to have to face for stepping out, right?
Absolutely.
But otherwise, I don't understand why, whether it's domestic violence or whatever the case, I'm a billionaire. Like, if you got an issue with me, fine. Here go your little place. As long as you don't get out of line, we still going to make these billions, right? I don't understand all this fearful of protests. Like, kill all that noise.
The fans are going to stop coming. Trust me. If you got 10 fans to be like, I'm not renewing my tickets, it is 10 fans waiting in line to get their spots.
And let's say the fans come together and say, we're not, let them wins pile up. Oh, okay. Well, now I think about it, I sure love going to the game.
I miss wearing my jersey.
Right.
I ain't been able to use my tailgating grill in a while. It's getting a little dusty.
Right.
It ain't none of that was go change. And then none of what he was protesting changed. It got worse. You constantly have the same results from piss poor training, lack of mental evaluations, and ultimately we patty caking police officers throughout these whole entire processes. They not holding them accountable. But yet they're giving them back pay and cutting the check to the families for millions of dollars on the back end.
Everybody know there are a bunch of good cops and there's a bunch of bad ones.
It's a shit ton of bad cops.
Seen the video today of cops planting drugs on the scene, and him, manipulating the body camera.
He sprinkled the crack.
He sprinkled the crack.
Like Dave Chappelle. The way
they like literally
talked to some other officers and said, I'm gonna go over there and look to see if there's some drugs over there.
Yep.
No, that's what that video was about.
Yeah,
I saw it come
he
across
maneuvered. He manipulated the camera so that but I guess the camera still picks up, but no audio to it, so you still see it, and it's like,
right.
But I mean, but that's not new.
It's not. It's the funny part is it's not new to us.
We know that happens. So it's not new, but for people who are seeing it and the cops would never do that.
You full of shit. They've been doing it in my neighborhood.
Open your eyes,
Well, and that's the part I think that's so humorous. It's not humorous, but I look at it as like the irony is it goes back to people being policed by folks who are familiar with your surroundings. So that way, because we grew up knowing, I grew up knowing who certain police officers were at a minimum by face. And when they ride down the street, you give them a head nod. What's up, officer such and such, man? Everything cool over here and ain't nothing to it. If they know you a knucklehead and they can pull you to the side, they don't have a problem doing it without this excessiveness. But they know, but y'all both know if they catch you up in something and they got you, you got.
I ain't no cops. I don't want no cops, and that's the way it should be.
I knew plenty of them.
I knew cops because I just knew people who joined the police force.
Man,
so
I don't know no cops. I never had.
We knew in the neighborhood I was in. We knew them, but it was also, they also knew that kid ain't up to nothing. That kid ain't nothing. But I know them 4 or 5 knuckleheads, they own something.
Mm-hmm.
So he knew, I'm gonna ride down this street the most. That's what they did. They did their job. That's policing.
Right? You sure you want to ride down Dexter?
That's policing. Pulling out your pistol at a traffic stop is not policing. Dog, that's martial fucking law.
Right.
Whipping out your pistol on a call or at a 9-year-old, that's not policing.
Crazy.
That's some shit you seen in a movie. Like where it's like a miniature army that's controlling your neighborhood. That's what it is. You about to get out of line? About to catch these hot ones. That's not policing. So the way that all of this has been utilized from a protest standpoint, I still support it. Colin Kaepernick, one thing that's for a fact, Colin Kaepernick will be well known for what he's done to improve humanity, much more so than Michael Vick ever will be. So I hope Mike Vick stays smarter than what he was on this particular show. I don't want to get him too much energy either, because I'm with you. I don't get no credit to that,
Fat fuck.
Thanks.
Can't stand his ass.
Nah,
man.
I can't stand him either. But I hate that show. I hate Kyle Hurd. I hate the other fat bastard that's on the show. And I hate that anybody could be brought on that show and be baited into some garbage.
I don't really hate Kyle Hurd. I mean, even when he was still on ESPN, and
it's a soft hate. Trust and believe.
Like I said, because he said
I will listen to him at least and say, what are you about to say that's outlandish today?
Yeah, I mean, but some of that is just him being outlandish. Like, as far as the Kaepernick stuff, from what I can say I've heard, I've never heard him be like, Cap shouldn't do it. Like, he doesn't have, he had to come out on that super side of, oh, he's absolutely wrong for doing this. He's kind of explaining, kind of like how Dan Le Batard does. I mean, but he's nowhere near Le Batard is truly like, look, you are crucifying him for his constitutional right.
Is that what he said today?
I
know he came out pretty strong. I didn't get a chance to watch it, but I saw.
I don't know if it was today, but I know
he came out
said
strong
it
against NFL owners for.
Yeah,
Le Batard did.
Yeah, Le Batard always on that.
Yeah, he'll tell like it is.
But that's just the bottom line of it. Like, and the owners, they don't give a damn. They ain't gonna start caring either. Goodell don't care. The owners don't care. Them half-ass fans care. They act like they care, but even when they care, they could get put in a place by people who served in the military on a thread. Like, actually, that's what such and such enlisted for. My dad, myself, my uncle, whoever. And the same people, they just totally disregard that. No, that don't mean anything. My feelings hurt.
Right.
Man, if you don't sit your punk ass sausage fingers down, going ham on this, Twitter feed or Facebook thread or whatever the case may be, because one thing's for a fact, the man that you dogging out, you taking shots at, you only doing it because he's black, first and foremost.
Right.
You don't give no damn about no flag. And he got his money. He still made his money. No matter how much you want to be, upset about this and that, he still made his money. So, and he's going to continue to make money at some capacity, whether he invests in something or whatever. But you go sit down and work your desk job or work your driving, your truck driving job. You go do something like that. Whatever you do for a living, you go do that, but you are not going to impact the world whatsoever because of the hate in your heart, period. So Colin going to be fine. Colin can do whatever he wants.
Colin is going to – I can see his role growing into being a voice for our community.
Period.
Nationwide,
worldwide,
and that could be much larger than anything he would be able to do on a football field.
And he survived the average years of an NFL player, well past that, financially and physically.
Yep.
He got his health, he got his mind, he got his body. If he takes this as an early retirement, that's perfect for him.
Yep.
But if he gets picked up, and maybe teams call him like, man, look, come over here and get these millions right quick, man. We need you.
Sometimes it's bigger than sports, man.
It's definitely bigger than sports right now. We're talking about lives.
Yep.
So, Mike, get ready to take us out, man, whenever you're ready.
I'm mad in the mud. We got mad serious at the end because then I thought all of a sudden I was like, damn, we could have talked about the Kirk Cousins contract, but don't worry.
We got plenty of time.
Y'all get at that next
in the
week.
meantime.
Hell yeah.
I'll take good care of you. That's what a man is supposed to do. And I'll be there for you.
Hey, you can't be singing that over the big pun.
It totally doesn't go with this song.
Remix.
It's not even a remix.
You're not gonna kill this song.
You just had the wrong, music for the day, man. We didn't know.
We came up.
What?
Making it happen. We don't really know the rest of it. Something about going platinum.
Yeah. This Nori ain't
This back when Nori was hot back then.
Hell yeah.
This right off that Nori CD and Super Thug.
Dog.
What?
Man, we gotta get.
Rest in peace, Big Pun.
We need some Nori in the studio one of these days.
Don't worry.
Scalpers Sports Report, man. We had to bring it to y'all real today. This the Show You Right episode. It's been a great summer here in Dallas, Texas, man. Just some Detroit boys enjoying life, doing what we do.
Yeah.
So we appreciate y'all for tuning in and checking out the YouTube Live, Facebook Live, and all the liveness. We'll be posting the show again. And, yeah, y'all just keep checking us out, man. Appreciate the support. Scalpers.
Showing you right.
We out.
Broke going to Detroit.
When you leave?
Well, all the stuff y'all gotta do.